Alright everyone, welcome back to Nack Presents Mass Effect 2, the second part of our playthrough of the Mass Effect series. So, the last episode, as I predicted, was spent entirely just running around Ilium, having conversations and buying stuff and generally just exploring the area.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Absolutely. In fact, I use this model at home, sir.
Oh. Do you?
In fact, but we have just to talk to Liara left, and then we should be able to get into a mission.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
You're Liara's assistant?
Yes, Liara relies upon me to acquire useful intelligence. I don't have her network of contacts, but I supply her with supplemental data. It's really an honor to work with her.
What's Liara's reputation here on Ilium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields, if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
Actually, there is a, if I remember correctly, there is a little side quest here with Liara.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard!
Calling back to your confrontation with Benezia there.
Shepard. My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
What's this all about, Liara? Just talk to me.
Don't you think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Ilium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
Hacking a terminal sounds pretty easy. Why do you need me?
I don't know anyone else I can trust. Hacking the security node won't get you the data. It just creates a minor glitch in the system. You'll have a short time to find a local server left vulnerable by that glitch, and upload the data to my system. I'm leaving my own system vulnerable so that the data can be imported during that short time.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you... Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of
Really?
intrigue isn't that different from a dig site. Except that the dead bodies still smell.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shepard. You want to know why I don't drop everything to join you? I need to get that data. It should be about friendship, or trust. But that's not the way it works on Ilium. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can talk to you.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
Hack one. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Alright.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system, and that by limiting the slave trade, the Council is violating their cultural rights. The indentured servitude market.
So we've got updates for 2 recruitment missions here. As well as the side mission from Liara. Let's see if there's any of these security nodes back in here.
Horizon has been attacked. The Council has suggested that the attacks are a coincidence. Batarian slave traders or isolated pirate attacks. Investors in prefabricated complexes are
Doesn't look like it.
building plans have spiked shares industry-wide. Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the Architectural Union has noted a correlation between tested intelligence and height of habitat. The news
How can you
comes as
short
new
sell on
models
prefabs
ranging
after
from
these
studio
human colony
apartments to
attacks?
spacious
They're going
rooftop
to see a ton of business.
Alien News would like to offer a clarification of our special report on notorious assassin Bane Krios. While Alien News did credit Bane Krios'
Listen, I know
legendary
the
skill
data
to
is
his
vital to the
heritage,
Turosa
no
family.
offense to the drone
Okay.
does not encourage or tolerate prejudice.
No, I know that there's
Debt piling up? Perhaps
one
you
back
should
here.
explore other options.
No, that still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package. It's legally required.
Who reads labels, though?
So consider it a way to weed out the people too stupid to know their limits.
Alright. Get to hacking. Alright.
You know Irinia won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's turned pure blood into her religion or something.
I
Here
heard
we are.
the daughters when the Geth attacked the Citadel.
Right. I'm sure she was a pleasure to deal with before that.
Okay, another secure station. Come on, come on, come on. Give me the code I need. There we go.
It's just, we're looking for weapons. What about a fish? She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
Maybe a shirt. Or a card. Ilium. Hey, you're blue shifting already. That's funny, right? A sorry skin color and the Doppler effect?
Dad, just get her anything. Or don't.
I need to get her something. A memento. Eclipse might be fun for you. For me, it's the future. My clan's breeding strategy is at stake.
Don't Solarians think about anything besides breeding?
Don't even start with me.
Okay, that's 2 down.
I'm telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody...
Sometimes you say these things, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a Batarian father.
Wow, you're pulling that on me? My father was an excellent caretaker. And you're...
The word you're looking for is pure blood.
Lots of racial talk going on.
Call notice. All users of Koros brand medical radiation systems are asked to discontinue treatment immediately. Please return your system to an authorized dealer for a review. Or for credit for the exciting new Koros brand small defense weapon. Is important, and Koros remains committed to
Okay. I didn't really remember this taking so long.
All right. Let's do it.
Excellent. So the total comes to 116,420 credits.
Oh, of course. I just need to make a call. I should, check the warranty first.
Loser.
It's not very good customer service there, ma'am.
your scalp looks. Mine is so gangly and asymmetrical. You want to know a secret? You know, I'm gonna do it. Life is too long to go with an asymmetrical.
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a bit or something.
Oh, that's sweet. But I'm okay. A little dry spell isn't gonna kill me.
We could watch Fleet and Flotilla. It got awards for its portrayal of the Turian and Quarian relationships.
Anyway, if worst comes to worst, I did have the nerve stimulation program built into my suit.
And I hear that the love scenes are...
Oh yeah. Standard equipment for any responsible adult. Oh, here. Let me fire it up. Excuse me, human. Private conversation.
A little space, please.
Yeah. I give you... Lovebirds should get a room there, guys. Okay.
Teamwork, confidence. When you join the Blue Suns mercenary group, you're getting a crash course in life. Join today and find out.
I'm looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
Of course, I can help you with the consult and figure out what options work for you.
There we go. Run away, you bastards.
Really?
Ilium Entertainment would like to respond to complaints about our upcoming film, Blasto the Jellyfish Stings. The Hanar Anti-Defamation Association claims that our portrayal of Blasto insults Hanar society, going so far as to call it exploitation. We at Ilium Entertainment stand by our product, which puts the Hanar in the lead role and notes the growing importance of these respected galactic citizens. We hope that you, the viewer, will decide whether we have done Blasto justice. And
Okay, I don't see any more of these nodes.
You should try it my way. Look at how the wind's blowing.
Well, I guess it's not like I attacked those colonies. I'm just watching trends.
I need minimal heat increase. And speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
Certainly, sir.
Safe, too. I need a 100% safe.
Tired of training employees only to lose them to your competitors? Perhaps Indentutech can help, the leading provider of cutting-edge indenture.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. So, what can I do for you?
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shep. It should be about French. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can.
If it'll help, I'll help.
Thank you, Shepard.
I don't remember this being this difficult.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
The other times I've played it. Of course, because I'm streaming it. Now it's making me look like an idiot.
Difficult development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The Council has suggested that the attacks are a tragic coincidence, likely the result of Batarian slave traders or isolated pirate attacks. Investors in prefabricated complexes are rejoicing, however, as the repair and rebuilding plans have spiked shares industry-wide.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family.
2 years after a Geth attack nearly destroyed it, the colony of Zoo's Hope has announced plans for an expansion.
Come on.
Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the Architectural Union has noted.
Friends, I have never called you that.
No, but you're thinking about it. You think it was easy growing up pure blood? I did some stupid things to get away from the taunts. The stupid drug users you're laughing at, I might have been one of them.
I don't
She's the
know.
last of the dying breed. Won't be many pure-blood Asari left in a few generations.
I feel kind of sad for her.
Don't. I heard she married an Asari herself, had pure-blood kids. She's part of the problem.
Yeah, that's pretty racist there, guys.
Pure-bloods are a waste of genetic potential. That's how we get throwbacks like the Ardat Yakshi.
Hey, I don't like purebloods either, but that's going a little far.
I'm telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Cliff's Mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the explanation, which is why we're going to be rich.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend.
Of course.
Told me what I needed to get.
Good. Pretty good at bypassing firewalls. Maybe they're looking for techs. Her first mate. Your father? He got her things when he traveled.
It's not a competition.
Don't even really remember it.
I didn't mean... Okay, look, I'll take another look at the contract. Maybe...
Shepard, this is Liara. I've got the...
Okay.
See me when you've got a
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great
I'm
for business.
sorry that took so long there, guys.
That's the whole point.
I don't know how I missed that the first time.
While Ilium News did credit Thane Creos as Drell Heron, no offense to the Drell community was intended. Ilium News does not encourage or tolerate prejudice against any sapient species and apologizes for any uncommon statements implying otherwise. Ilium is the
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Thank you for getting me that system data. Here, it's not much, but hopefully it will help you on your mission. Do you remember the Shadow Broker? With the data you got me, I may be able to find information caches from his agents.
Are you on the run from the Shadow Broker? I can help you.
Actually, it would be more accurate to say that the Shadow Broker is on the run from me. We crossed paths not long after you died. Since then, I've been working to take him down. With this data, I'm a step closer.
I've never seen you ready to execute someone in cold blood. What did the Shadow Broker do to you?
I was on a job with a friend. The Shadow Broker's people caught us. My friend didn't escape. I don't know if he's dead or being interrogated. But I need to find him. I owe him my life. And I need to make the Shadow Broker pay for what he did.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I will. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
How's your own work going?
The data you gave me was extremely helpful. It gave me a target. The Shadow Broker has several contacts here on Ilium. The most powerful is someone called the Observer. Taking down the Observer will put me closer to the Shadow Broker. I could use your help.
Tell me what I can do to help.
Your data pointed me at logs kept by Shadow Broker agents. The logs were deleted, but it may be possible to reconstruct some of it. The Shadow Broker is cautious. His agents are referred to only by their title and race.
My inquiries have narrowed the Observer down to one of 5 operatives. A Turian, a Solarian, a Krogan, a Batarian, and a Vorcha.
If you can refine the list, I'll know where to strike.
Do you have any specifics on these agents?
I'm afraid not. Nyxeris was lucky to get as much as she did.
I was happy to help, ma'am.
The data is our only hope of determining which one is the Observer. And if we wait too long, they'll all disappear.
I'll reconstruct the data.
All right.
Thank you, Shepard. When you find something, call me on the radio channel we used in the old days. I can't risk handling this in person.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Yay, guys, it didn't take us enough time to try and hack them.
Koros brand medical radiation systems are asked to discontinue treatment immediately. Please return your system to an authorized dealer for a refund, or for credit toward the exciting new Koros brand radiation personal defense weapon. Customer safety is important, and Koros remains committed to providing the best radiation-based solutions on the market. Koros.
Okay, data point 5. Vorcha Trader has requested no further contact with the Solarian. Solarian is becoming more trouble than he's worth. Observer recommends a kill, but she may have a grudge.
Shepard, did you get any information on the Observer?
Let me search for more data. I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Let me know what you find.
So it's not the Vorcha or the Solarian. Turian contact working well with the trader. Observer has rescinded kill order against him given difficulty in securing contact with the trader through other methods. So it's not the Vorcha, the Solarian, or the Turian.
Sell at 25.
No. You're not hearing me. I want to buy it up.
There it is.
Buy it all up.
Come on, give me something.
Trader tried to kill the Batarian, claims it was because he hates slavers, but the men were more likely fighting over money. Watch for now. So it's not the Batarian, the Turian, the Solarian, or the Vorcha. But we have 2 more pieces of information to grab somewhere.
With authorities investigating a number of trading irregularities, Navacorp executives did not immediately respond to requests for clarification. A Navacorp press release
Okay, must be back on the other side of the trading floor here.
by competitors.
Are you shorting prefabs?
Why not? I did it after I tried.
Okay, Turian's asking too many questions. Observer recommends terminating him and framing assassin or Solarian contact.
I can't believe how lovely your scalp looks. Mine is so gangly and asymmetrical. You want to know a secret? You know, I'm gonna do it. My life is too long to deal with that asymmetrical. Serving me.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different. So it's not like we get diseases or anything if we go natural.
This is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Smuggler and assassin refuse to work with the Vorcha due to lack of trust. Odd to see scruples from the men at this point. Okay, so let's see. Not the Turian. The assassin and the Solarian are 2 different people. Turian contact worked well with the trader. Okay, so I know the answer to this, but I'm not exactly sure how you get there from this information. I'm sure if you sat down with like a pen and paper and went through it logically, you get there, but...
Did you get any information on the observer?
All 5 of the suspects are male. The observer is female.
Oh,
Something's
yeah,
not right.
that's...
Who gave you this
that's it.
She got the information. Nick Saris gave me the information. Nick Saris, could I see you in here for a moment? Shepard, I'll talk to you later.
You deserve somebody who respects you. Somebody who's going to treat you right.
Oh, I think I'm just going to stop using for a while.
Teamwork, confidence. When you join the Blue Suns mercenary group, you're getting a crash course in life. Join today.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own the world. I own you.
'Cause
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Nixeris had some interesting data hidden away. Thank you, Shepard. I wouldn't have caught her without you. I'm one step closer to the Shadow Broker thanks to you. Here. Nixeris was very well compensated. You need it more than I do.
Did you have any trouble with Nixeris?
She was very talented. I imagine that had she been ordered to assassinate me, I had never seen her coming. But her barriers needed practice. Practice I'm afraid she won't be getting.
What's the next step in your hunt?
Now I gather information, peel away layers of lies, and shine light into the shadows. And when I find the Shadow Broker, I hit him with a biotic field so strong that what's left of his body will fit into a coffee cup.
Is there anything else you need from me?
No. You've done enough. If I find anything useful, I'll let you know. For now, I need to do what I do. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
How's your own work going?
I'm still waiting. Still hunting. The Shadow Broker can't hide forever. Even with Nixeris dead, it could be years before I track the Shadow Broker down. But someday he'll slip up. And I'll be there.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Now, I could theoretically launch right into Lair of the Shadow Broker now. But I'm gonna wait on that for a little bit. As a matter of fact, we only have, because it took me so long to do all of that, we only have a half an hour left, so I don't want to start in on any of the major missions here while we only have that amount of time left. So what I'm going to do is head back to the Normandy, and we can take care of some of the, explore some of those new systems that we opened up, and maybe do some side missions, depending on how much time we have left after that. Let's head back and see if we unlocked any new research. Okay, so the biotic duration is the only one that we have access to at this point, so we'll go ahead and research that. No new messages. Alright, hop on the galaxy map. Okay, we'll go check out the Shrike Abyssal first. Alright, nothing here. It's just a tragedy to the extinction event on Aphros. Tosol Nim was the rarest of jewels, a second guardian planet within the same life zone as Aphros. Not as old as its sister planet, its fossil evidence indicates it was home to abundant invertebrate sea life. However, similar craters to those on Aphros created a dust shroud that killed 99% of biota on the planet. The even spacing of the craters indicates a coordinated simultaneous attack from points around the globe, rather than an asteroid collision or supervolcanic scenario. A unique discovery, Aphros is a heavenly twin, a planet in the star system that has not one but two worlds of sufficient mass to retain a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere within the habitable life zone of its parent star. Fossil evidence shows abundant vertebrates and evidence of a sapient terrestrial avian species in its Bronze Age. However, the only trace of contemporary life on the planet is that of single-celled organisms in its seas. All else has suffered from an extinction event. Series of massive impacts that vaporized vast quantities of water and lofted dust into its atmosphere. Early theories that this event was in collision with a fragmenting asteroid have now been discounted. The impact centers were almost directly aimed at habitation centers.
I have detected an anomaly. Launching probe. Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Scans show a crude base established on the planet's surface. Communications match known blood pack mercenary protocols. Numerous life signs matching Vulture genealogy detected. The base's material resources match our data on weapons manufacturing components. Alright, I knew there had to be something in here. Now the system Urla Rast. Talos Phia is a planet capable of supporting life if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. Today, the economic good times on Talos Phia are long gone, and modern Volus businesses are cutthroat operations. Piracy is a grave threat to shipping, as well-armed criminals see the Volus as easy prey. Alright, so that is all that is here in the Shrike Abyssal. Back to Zisha, buy some more fuel. On the mass relay. As a Go check out the Minos Wasteland now. Sounds very promising. You're exploring the wasteland. Makes me feel like a Fallout game.
Anomaly detected.
Home to the famous Iron Canyons, Aquidus has reddish iron oxide dust, hematite covering much of its surface, and significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. Turian explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and hucksterism, a small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. Funds are used to maintain a research station which has discovered some fossil evidence that Aquidus once harbored microscopic life based on deoxyribonucleic acids in these springs.
Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Being triggered by Universal Distress Protocol.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans report potential alien signatures from within the mining facility. Anomalous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff unknown. Probably not good. Though Pietus has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the last 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Pietas will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pietas could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pietas to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. Ver. Nothing special there. That's Fortis. Now down to Hiestus. Invictus. Home to dextro amino acid-based life, Invictus's temperate zones were settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. 2 decades after its first colony was funded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities and a large colonist exodus. When the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Shashtina Empress ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. This effort succeeded, largely due to the colony's location, deserts with minimal number of pest species. The image of Shastina's triumph on the frontier made for good political theater, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in an Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one who came up with it. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies but has high concentrations of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Terminus systems hide out on Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapiens that are actually on the planet. So that is it for the Minos Wasteland. There's no fuel depot in this. Oh. Actually, there is. Alright, we'll come down here and check out the Krogan DMZ. This is where Morden's loyalty mission is located. Stock back up on fuel. Alright, and the main feature of this system, the Tuchanka. Scarred by bombardment craters, radioactive rubble, choking ash, salt flats, and alkaline seas, Tuchanka can barely support life. Thousands of years ago, life grew in fierce abundance under the F-class star Aralak, a Reich clan word meaning Eye of Wrath. Tree analogs grew in thick jungles, their roots growing out of shallow, salty seas. Life fed upon life in an evolutionary crucible. This world died in nuclear firestorms after the Krogan split the atom. A little ice age of nuclear winter killed off much of the remaining plant life. In recent centuries, many Krogan have returned to their homeworld. The reduced albedo has caused global temperatures to rise. In order to maintain livable temperatures, a vast shroud was assembled at the L1 Lagrange point. It's maintained by the Krogan Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, which is based on orbiting battle stations. CDEM Advisory. Visitors to Tuchanka land at their own risk. The CDEM will not attempt to extract citizens threatened by clan warfare. Travel Advisory. The ecology of Tuchanka is deadly. Nearly every native species engages in some predatory behavior. Even the remaining vegetation is carnivorous. Travel beyond guarded areas is strongly discouraged. Awesome. Kuban. Kuban is a tidally locked Venusian hothouse, its surface perpetually obscured by clouds of sulfur and carbon dioxides. The first group of Krogan brought into orbit by the Solarian uplift teams requested a trip to Kuban. The Solarians at first thought the Krogan were confused about the nature of Kuban's environment. The planet is named for a Krogan mythological paradise in which honorable warriors feast on the eternal organs of their enemies. In fact, Krogan astronomers had correctly deduced the nature of Kuban in the years before the global Holocaust. In the 2 millennia since, Kuban had come to be thought of as an ideal test of one's toughness. Every year, a few Krogan attempt to land on Kuban and exit their ships naked in an attempt to prove their Kroganhood. The planet's surface is littered with the crushed, corroded remains of their ships. Only one, Shath Norda, is known to have returned from the surface alive, albeit with most of his bones crushed and 4 of his lungs damaged by sulfuric gas. Norda recovered from his trial to the adulation of his people. Till he died in 1943, he could lie with any fertile female he wished. So the Venus of the Aralak system. Okay. Something else here. Don't know. Don't see anything else. If only I had the scanner from Mass Effect 3, I could figure this out. I'm really confused right now. Oh, duh. Wow. Wow, this today is not my best day. Wow. Okay. Durak is a small, heat-blasted rock lost in the blinding glare of the star Aralak. It occasionally traps a trace atmosphere of gases blown in on Aralak's powerful solar wind, which inevitably blows the gases back out again. Planetoid has a few valuable loads of heavy metals, which were sporadically mined by the Krogan at the height of their power. The closing years of the rebellions, the 5 clans working the planetoid fell to fighting over a particularly rich deposit of iridium. All 5 clan warlords agreed to a meeting at a neutral location to negotiate a truce. Unfortunately, all 5 arrived, planning out to betray their fellows. While the leaders and their seconds met, all their bases were destroyed by simultaneous hypervelocity cannon strikes. Left with only the food, water, and air in their hard suits and with no way to call for rescue, the warlords apparently fought each other to the death. The survivors of the 5 Durak clans on Tuchanka still argue about which one of the clan's warlord was the last one standing. That sounds like a very Krogan thing to do. Rothlar. Once Rothlar was a large ice dwarf with the statistics listed below. In the waning years of the Krogan rebellions, it was shattered into a field of debris by what is assumed to have been the test of an exotic weapons system. In the wake of the event, the planetoid was reduced to a relatively contained field of thousands of tiny moonlets rotating around one another, colliding and ricocheting. The method used to destroy the planetoid has never been deduced. The Krogan clan who performed the experiment apparently all died in the event. Ships have traveled to the edge of the event's light cone and observed a moment of extreme gravitational lensing around Rothlar immediately before its breakup, but no other clues. A popular extranet meme put forward by Asari author Dulce Orthiesa insists that the Turians are covering up the existence of a Krogan superbiotic breed that was genetically engineered within Rothlar. CDEM forces quarantine around Rothlar Field, citing cases of amateur investigators whose ships come to grief in the debris field. That is a big star there. The Class B Blue Giant Nith was once the most strategically valuable system within Krogan territory. Though far too hot for habitable planets, Nith emits thousands of times the energy of a main sequence star like Earth's Sol. With help from Solarian uplift teams, the Krogan constructed a chain of solar power collector stations in orbit around Nith. These vast arrays beamed power to particle accelerators on the surface of Manton, which manufactured anti-proton fuel for warship thrusters. In the Krogan rebellions, the Spectre agents managed to get a virus into the computers of the solar power arrays. Every fifth array suddenly applied braking thrusters. The arrays behind them piled up, and all were reduced to wreckage. This is since dispersed into a relatively stable ring system. Krogan never had the resources to rebuild the solar arrays, depriving them of their fleet's main fuel supply for the remainder of the war. The particle accelerators still exist on Manton, but have not been used in thousands of years.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
Okay. To the Pylos Nebula. Anomaly detected. Scans detect a rapidly decaying derelict ship in orbit over the planet Jonas. Registration matches the MSV Broken Arrow. Ship's manifest notes volatile munitions cargo on board. If left undisturbed, the ship's trajectory will lead to impact with Jonas. High probability that the crash site will be Fargon, Jonas's largest human colony. Geth signatures detected aboard the MSV Broken Arrow. Right.
Anomaly detected.
Canalis. Canalis is smaller than Earth but has unusually high density. A high level of tectonic activity indicates that the density is caused by an abundance of radioactive materials in the core. These, combined with the planet's unusually high rate of spin, raise the planet's internal temperatures and cause volcanism. While several companies performed mining assays in the late 2170s, the world's geological instability precluded development. So let's see what we've got. Sounds kind of like Geth.
Something on our sensors.
Yep. Anomaly detected. Sensors detecting anomalous weather patterns on the planet's surface. Geth activity detected. Recommend extreme caution. Alright, everybody. That was our time limit for this episode. So, thank you all for hanging out here, watching. Make sure you check out our Nack's Full Frontal Attack on all social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. Also, check out the eBay store. Always lots of cool stuff coming in there. I think a lot of Yokai Watch stuff that just went up, if you're interested in that. And the Daily Grind video that Mike does every weekday, 8 to 8:30, playing Digimon World New Order, which has been a lot of fun so far, so make sure you check that out. That gets live streamed onto the YouTube channel every morning. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.